dear brothers and sisters. There are so many people in the back. You can come. Still places here. Please come up, especially if there are children. Please come up. I must apologize. You should have a song sheet. Actually, it was sent on Wednesday to the office, but couldn't make it. And it seems to the printing machine and to you. Hopefully next time you have a song sheet to join the beautiful songs and to learn new songs and to participate in the liturgy. So I apologize to you. And last time when I had Mass, beginning of August, in the meantime I was in the Philippines. So many of you are in the Philippines. Always in August I'm called to teach in Tagaytay, in Cavite, and then I made also a visit to Zambales province, to San Narciso, to a family who was formerly in Macau. So greetings from your home, home of many of you, Philippines. When I walked here down from St. Lawrence Church to the cathedral, just now, 1 hour ago, on this Filipino road, there are many shops on the Philippines, restaurants. I found this can on the street, yeah, an alu can, we know, alu can. So I picked it up, I washed it carefully in the sacristy. Why did I pick it up? Yeah, because it's very precious. Aluminium can, yeah. To produce this can, we need huge amount of electricity, yeah. Electricity and bauxite is a mineral, of course. So we should not throw it away, yeah, because of the huge amount of electricity needed to make an aluminium can, yeah. We should really recycle it, which is very easy to do. You can recycle it in unlimited times, yeah, if it's collected and put back into the system. So please don't throw away any can, yeah, because the electricity is produced by coal power plants in China, producing emissions, yeah, heating up our planet, causing global warming and hurricanes and typhoons, like Hato 2 years ago. They're getting stronger and stronger. So we are called to be humble in our dealing with resources, to care for our climate, for our resources, because everything is interconnected. We have to learn to be more humble, really, in dealing with resources. I say this in the homily because today is the start of the special season of creation. Pope Francis calls us to obey from September 1st, today, until October 4th, the season of creation, to care especially for the integrity of our creation. Yeah, it's very, very important. We have to think about this in humbleness, in openness, to care better for our creation, for nature. Otherwise, we will suffer. Our children will suffer. Our families, future families, by stronger and stronger typhoons and hurricanes. Yeah. Especially, we can try to be humble and not to take too much food. Avoiding food waste is on top of the list for change. Avoiding food waste, yeah, because food production causes so much emissions. Now the rainforest is burning in Brazil to produce more meat, cheaper meat for the world, yeah, causing emissions, causing hurricanes, Hatos, yeah, Katrinas, in the next decades and centuries. So really, let us avoid food waste, yeah. I say this because Jesus and the first reading, especially today, speak of humbleness, to learn to be humble, humility. Yeah. All the readings today speak of humility. Humility, the word humility comes from humus, meaning earth. From Latin, we are experts here. Earth, similar to Adam, our name, Adam and Eve. Adam means, Mr. Andrew, Adam, earth. Mr. Adam is an earthling coming from earth, from the dust. Ash Wednesday, we are told the cross is made on the fourth, on the head. From dust you come, and to dust, to earth, you will return. Learning humility is important for us human beings, especially for our Christians. We are called today to learn humility, to be humble. Jesus tells a wonderful parable about the wedding invitation to the wedding banquet. Let us really learn to be humble. Conduct yourself with humility. We heard in the first reading. Humble yourself, the more, the greater you are. To take the lowest place when we are invited. But this must be translated into reality, into our daily actions and behavior. So we have to learn to be humble and sensible, not to do violence to nature, to resources, but to care, to be good stewards. This means to learn to be humble, not to be violent. Jesus says once in the gospel, learn from me because I am meek and humble of heart. Learn from me because I am meek and humble of heart. Let us learn this. Humility and humbleness. Say no to violence. How can you throw stones to the police? In Hong Kong now, I'm really shocked, How can we do this, Throwing stones, even somebody made mistakes, even a policeman, but how can you throw? This is not the Christian response, violence, Jesus says to Peter, when he was arrested, unjustly arrested, what does he say? Put back your sword, Put back your sword. He takes up the cross in humility, in humbleness, to redeem us, to save us from violence, from waste, from destruction, from sin and death. Let us be thankful for the example of our Lord, and we can learn from Him to become humble. This is really the medicine for our relationships, for our world, for our cities, Macau, for Hong Kong, for China, for the whole world actually. Today we remember the beginning of the Second World War. Germany attacked Poland, September 1st, 1939. Why? Lack of humbleness, pride, the first sin, with terrible consequences. So the message of the readings today is very serious and very good. Let us be thankful that we have this good news to learn to be humble and to say no to violence, to trust, learn to trust God first, and of course to try our best when we find solutions. How to learn humbleness? Of course, with Jesus we can learn it. In Mary we can learn to be humble. She was chosen to become the mother of God, the mother of Jesus. But she said, I am the servant, the slave actually in Greek, doulos, the slave of God. May it be done as you say. Let us learn this humbleness, that we receive this medicine, this healing from our Lord, and that we can also spread out this medicine of humility and humbleness into our world where we live, so that we can bring new life and hope and peace into the hearts, into our families and communities. And our Lord, we know, puts it into practice, this humbleness. Now in the Mass, in every Mass, he humbles himself to be with us, to join us in the banquet, and even to give himself to us to eat his body and blood, that we find life and new hope and peace in our own life and in our world.